we're going to take a look at setting up tables, and especially in doing the calendar project, setting up a table is a pretty important thing, and you're probably going to want to use it. I'm going to go to the master page here, and I'm going to use the right hand page, and whether you put your numbers into the table, you'll have to decide that. We'll go over that, but creating the table itself, meaning the squares for your calendar, is something that you're probably going to want to do. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create a text box. So I'm on the master page and I'm clicking and dragging and creating a fairly good sized text box. And then we're able to go up into our main menu, and you see we've got the table. Now we've got table options, cell options, and you notice that these are grayed out at the moment. So the first thing we have to do is insert a table. Insert a table into the text box. So we'll go to that first. And the first thing that you see is the number of rows and the columns. Now in a standard calendar here, we're going to have 5 rows and 7 days in the week, so we're going to have 7 columns. Alright, so I'm going to say OK. And the first thing you see here is we've got a table, but it's very, very small. Clearly it is not the cells, which are the individual little rectangles, are not nearly large enough. And the first thing we can do is with our text tool, I'm still using my text tool, we can go in here and notice we can either highlight an individual cell, the individual little square, we can do a whole row of them, or we can do the entire table all at once. So by clicking and dragging. Okay? So for the moment I did the first, I highlighted the first row, and I'm going to go up to our table menu. Now while I'm here, I want to point out something that once again with CS3 you have some of the basic tools that you would use to create a table right up here in your options bar, where the text is going to be, the rows and the columns, and some of these things. But I'm going to go ahead and continue to use the dialog boxes. Going under table, I'm now going to go down here. You can see these things are now lit up. Okay, and I'm going to go to cell options, and go to any one of these. Okay, and what you get is the large dialog box, and as you can see very clearly, there are different tabs up here displaying different information. Okay, so we can here's where we can do again our rows and our columns, and I'm going to take a look here, and I'm going to put row height, the height. Well, I'm going to say I'm in inches here, so I'll say 1.25 inches vertically. Also, always make sure you turn on that preview button so that you can see what you're going to get here. Okay, and we're going to say OK. Now, here's an example. You can see it made the first row larger, but the rest of them are still small. So as I said a minute ago, we probably needed to have highlighted the entire table, and then they all would have been consistent. You can also manually move these as well. You can notice when you put your cursor here on the individual lines and rows, you can pull them like that as well. So at any rate, but there's another way to do it as well, and that is, once again, if we go over either under Window in the main menu, or we simply go over here to our tabs. Here, notice we have table styles, cell styles, and tables. So I'm going to click on this, and this brings up a group of tools. Say there, okay. And once again, we're going to go here to the table, and I'm going to say right here, okay, how deep do I want them to be? And I'm going to, because I highlighted all of them, I'm going to say, once again, 1.25 and click, and there you see we now have a large group that are all the same size.